Get started. It's time to rock. So we're going to come to a seated position. We're going to be doing most of the class seated here. We'll take different variations of being seated on the chair. There's lots of reasons why you might want to use a chair. Your practice changes from day to day. You might have limitations. You might just be feeling a certain way. Chair yoga doesn't always mean easy. It doesn't always mean senior center styles. Although today's practice is keeping in mind people who don't want to get up and down so much. So people who may not be able to bear weight into their lower body limbs, joints, there might be some sort of injury. People who did leg day 2 days ago, they're probably going to prefer sitting in a chair versus getting up and down. So yeah, anyways, tons of reasons why you might want to use a chair. So it doesn't really matter why, just keep practicing. Don't let these things limit you. So come to seated. You're going to rest your feet flat on the floor and sit up nice and straight. Lift your shoulders up by your ears and then roll them onto your back and let your hands just rest on your thighs. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and up through your nose. Notice where in your body you can feel your breath already. Maybe areas where it's physically moving, your chest, your ribs, your belly. Maybe there's areas in your body where you can feel the energy moving with your breath. So take a moment to tune into where you're starting from. Notice the qualities of your physical body, any aches, pains, areas that need extra care, extra gentleness. Noticing the qualities of your thoughts, what's bubbling around in your head. I invite you to set aside any of those thoughts or feelings you don't need for this practice. Anything that is not going to serve you a purpose in the present moment. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, feel free to do so. Maybe there's a word, phrase, thought, something that's resonating with you today. Maybe you would prefer to just be open and available to receive any of the messages the universe is trying to offer you. Take 2 more breaths here. And then flutter your eyes open. Now we're going to use a breathing exercise to start the practice, a pranayama, which helps navigate the energies within your body. This one is alternate nostril breathing. It helps clean your energy channels. It helps balance out the right and left side of your body. Right and left energy channels, brain. We have all these opposites within us, so this helps balance them out. And then we'll get into our deep belly breathing. So from here, take your right hand. You're going to keep your thumb and your pinky free. And you're going to turn your fingers so they're facing you. So the back of your hand towards the video. Use your thumb on your right nostril, pinky on your left. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug the right nostril, inhale through the left, pause and plug both of them for a moment, and then switch sides, exhale through the right. And then just the opposite, inhale through the right, pause, plug, switch, exhale through the left. So the first couple rounds, I'll start with guiding you, and then I'm going to let you go at your own pace. So still sitting nice and tall, feet flat on the floor. Plug your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, retain. Exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, retain. Exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, rotate. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, rotate. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to stop counting. Keep going. Keep the pattern going. If you'd like, you can close your eyes and bring your awareness to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, your intuitive center. Take one more full round. The end of your cycle is with an exhale through your left nostril. Then release both hands down to your lap, eyes are closed, breathe naturally. Take a moment to notice any subtle changes you may feel within your body, within your mind. Go ahead and flutter your eyes open, and we're going to keep that balanced 4-count breath throughout this practice as best as you can. So inhaling and exhaling for a count of 4. Try to keep it in and out of your nose, and try to breathe deeply into your belly. So not just into your chest. Think about sending your breath all the way down below your belly button. So filling from the bottom up, releasing from the top down. So try to continue that breath as long as you can throughout this practice. And use your next inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, palms together and down to your heart. So syncing your movement with your breath. Your breath comes first. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, together and down. This time, keep your palms together. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, open them wide and float them down by your hips. Back to heart center one more time like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open wide and lower. Good. Shake out your shoulders. We'll take a few rounds of seated cow-cat to help get your spine moving. So rest your hands on your knees. With an inhale, reach your heart forward and up. So try not to let your head drop back. You want to feel a broadening across your chest. Keep lengthening your spine here, even though your spine is arching. Make sure you're not falling and sinking into your lower back. So this is our seated cow pose. With your exhale, round your back, lean backwards. Use your hands as anchors. Separate your shoulder blades. Let your gaze come down, but don't crunch your chin in towards your chest. So a rounding of your back, opening through the upper back. This is our seated cat pose. I'm starting to move between the two. Inhale, coming forward to cow. Exhale to cat. Move for a few more rounds with your own breath. Allow your breath to come first. Movement syncs with your breath. Let's take one more inhale for cow. One more exhale for cat. Then inhale back to a neutral spine. And exhale, relax. Roll out the shoulders. And from here, inhale, lift your arms up. Interlace your fingers, pointers stay free. Kali Mudra, steeple hands. Exhale, side bend to the right. So keep pushing through your left sit bone. Reach your fingertips away from your armpits. Doesn't really matter how far you bend. You're looking for some sensation of stretch through the left side of your body. Continuing to allow your spine to warm up before we get deeper into the practice. Try to keep your left shoulder rolled back so you're not starting to twist your spine at the same time. Inhale, come back upright. Exhale, over to the left. Same thing, other side, press through your right hip. Make sure you don't start to lift up. Right shoulder back, fingertips stretch away. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. So we'll do this 2 more times in each direction. Again, slow, controlled movements with your own breath. Use an inhale to come back to center. And this time with your exhale, cactus your arms. So bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Bring your elbows in line with your shoulders, middle fingers point up. Draw your shoulder blades towards each other without puffing your chest out. So your spine is still neutral. If you have a back behind you in your chair, you can sit back and notice if your back starts to draw away from the chair, you might be arching. Good. Inhale here. And exhale here. Good, let's take a twist. Inhale, open your arms out wide. Exhale, we're going to turn to the right. Bring your hands to the back of the chair. You can bring your left hand to your thigh. Whatever support you'd like to use here. Make sure you're not pulling and cranking. You're just using it as support. So allow your body to turn where it wants to, and then use your arms to help hold your body still in that position. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, sit a little taller. If you'd like, you can turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, open those arms out wide. Exhale, twist to the left, same thing, other side. Come into your twist, and then use your support. Inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, take a peek over your left shoulder. Next inhale, come back forward, and exhale, neutral spine. All right, so scoot towards the front of your seat. And we're going to do a little bit of warming up for the lower body. So just start lifting and lowering your heels. If you'd like, you can do one at a time. You can do both at the same time. So while you're moving your heels, bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and start swirling your wrist. So getting some more movement in your joints, in your wrist. Maybe your elbows are moving around a little bit. And switch direction of your swirly twirly here. And release your hands, shake them out. Good. From here, you're going to bring your left knee up towards your chest. If you like the extra support, you can scoot back in your chair, maybe even resting your heel on your chair. Make sure you're not starting to round forward, stay seated tall. Good. From here, try stretching your right leg long, toes are flexed on both feet. So pressing through your right heel, make sure you don't start to lock out your knee. Keep a little gentle bend. If you need a more generous bend, that's totally cool. Find what feels right to you. Another deep breath in. And out. Good. From here, try to keep your right leg long. Cross your left ankle over your thigh. Let your knee fall open. So this is totally fine here. If this is enough for you, if this is too much, especially in your knee, let your left ankle come down onto your shin. So make sure you're not resting your foot on your knee joint. So this will be the more more gentle variation. This will be a little bit more intensity. And if you want a little bit more, bend into your right knee and keep this left knee reaching down. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, start to lean forward, bringing your chest towards your calf. You can let your arms dangle down, you can reach towards your foot, you can keep them up here on your leg, you can hold on to your chair if you'd like some more stability, a little more support. Keep flexing your toes. So again, this can be done also here. Make sure you're not locking out your knee if your leg is straight. Holding for 2 more breaths. With your third inhale, lift your chest back up. Stretch that left leg long. Press through your left heel. Sit up tall. Point your toes. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. And release. Shake it out. We're going to do the other side. When you're ready, bend into your right knee. And release your hands around your shin, thigh. Remember the option to bring your heel up onto your seat. Sit up nice and tall. Squeeze your thigh in towards your belly. And straighten your left leg out long. Both feet are flexed. Still sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are dropped away from your ears. Check in with your breath. Are you still breathing deep into your belly? Do you still have that 4 count pace? Alright, for the crossover, bring your right ankle over your left thigh. Let your knee fall away, or again, down below your left knee. Your ankle can rest more so on your shin. An option to bend into your left knee. Bring the sole of your foot back onto the floor if you like. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, hinge forward. One more big breath in, and a full breath out. With an inhale, lift your torso back up. And now stretch that right leg out, press through your heel, point, flex, point, and flex. One more time, point, flex, and release, shake it out. Excellent. All right, so we'll do a little bit of core work before we get into some of our other poses. Should be feeling warmed up by now. We've done some upper body, some lower body. Let's get some core. So stretch your legs out. Toes are flexed. Come to the front of your seat if you're not already there. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. So this is a variation of staff pose. I have a dog in my way. So in normal staff pose, our feet are up in line with our hips. We're going to keep the heels rested on the floor. Keep your biceps and your ears close together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, start to hinge forward about 45 degrees. So notice that your head doesn't drop down, your arms don't drop down. So while you're in this angle, take a deep breath in. Exhale, come to those cactus arms. Bend your elbows 90 degrees, elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, stretch your arms out long. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus arms. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Release your arms, shake it out. Whew. Feeling a little warm here. All right, so come to the front of your seat and we'll start to take a few variations of standing poses. So from here, inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. You're going to turn sideways, so turning to the right, we're going to come into a variation of a lunge. So turning sideways on, still seated on your chair, your left side of your booty may be hanging over to give you the space you need. Make sure your right ankle is underneath your knee. Start to stretch your left leg back. Straighten it out as best as you can. If you need to bend your knee some, that's okay. If you'd like the modified version, you can bring your knee underneath your hip. So any of those options that work for you. And then inhale, lift your arms overhead. Crescent lunge. Make sure you're not sinking into your lower back. Your belly's not pushing forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twist to your left, open your arms out wide. Inhale, coming back to crescent lunge. Exhale, twist left, arms wide. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold this time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands together and down to your heart. So if you have your left leg stretched back, bend your knees so your knee comes underneath your hip. You can use the back of your chair for some support here. We're going to go for a quad stretch. So from here, start to bend your left knee more generously. Reach back, grab your foot. See if you can hug your heel in towards your glute. If not, that's okay. Totally fine if you're way back there. Try to keep your spine long. Another deep breath in and out. Go ahead and release your foot down. I'm going to spin over to the other side. So this time bringing your left knee above your ankle. Stretch your right leg back behind you. Or again, modification, knee under your hip. Make sure your core is engaged. You're not sinking into your lower back. Belly's not pushing forward. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the right, arms come wide. Excellent, now moving with your breath. My foot slides on the carpet. You might need to be aware of that for yourself. Inhale, coming up, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Meeting back in your crescent lunge. Bending into your right knee, bring it under your hip. Exhale, hands together and down to your heart. And holding onto the back of your chair for stability. Bend into your right knee, reach back, see if you can grab your foot and pull your heel in towards your glute. Getting a little quad stretch. Another big breath in and out. And release your foot back down and turn back forward into your chair. Excellent. Shake it out. All right, so let's go back to that lunge over to the right. We're going to change it up a little bit here. So from your crescent lunge, Plant your left heel down. Turn your hips and shoulders sideways. Open your arms out wide. So coming into a warrior two. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Check out that your core is engaged. Notice if your belly is pushing forward, your lower back is arching. Think about lifting the front of your pelvis up and your tailbone down. Navel towards your spine. Hands can always come to the hips if this is a little too much, especially on the shoulders. Deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in. Flip your right palm up. Exhale, scoop your right hand up. Let your left hand rest on your back leg, coming into a peaceful warrior. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. Another inhale, come back to your warrior two. Exhale, side angle. So we'll go for a gentle version first and then we'll add on. Bend your right elbow, rest your forearm on your thigh. Try to put little to no weight into this forearm. If you do need more support, it's okay to add more, but you're working on adding no weight. So it just kind of hangs out there. Left hand stretches up and then overhead. Your chest is still sideways, just like in your warrior two. So if you're really tempted to put weight into this right arm, try lifting your arm off of your thigh. If you'd like to add a little more core work, try stretching your right arm parallel with your left. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale to your peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, any of those side angle variations. Inhale two. Exhale, peaceful. Inhale two. Exhale, peaceful. Let's go through one more time. Allow your breath to be your guide. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, hands to your hips. We're going to turn so your hips and your shoulders face forward. You're going to come into a wide leg stance with your knees bent, similar to a goddess pose. So your toes are pointing out towards the corners, about a 45-degree angle. You want your knees to track over your toes. So if you turn too far out, your knees are going to be turning inward a little bit too much. If your toes are too far forward, there'll be pressure in your knee as they lean outward. So knees track over the toes. Open your knees out wide as they want to go. Check in with your core. Core's engaged. You're not slumping down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Beautiful. So we're going to play with our goddess pose a little bit here. I'll give you a bunch of options. Do what you want. Do what feels right to you. So maybe a static goddess pose feels great and that's where you want to stay. If you'd like to add some movement, inhale, stretch your arms long. Exhale, bend. Inhale. And exhale. And you can continue with this movement, or you can add a little bit more lower body. Inhaling here. Exhale, pick your left heel up off the floor. Inhale. Right heel off the floor. Inhale. Back to the left. And back to the right. Maybe you want to bring both heels up at the same time. We'll do this 3 more times. So if you're still doing one heel at a time, you get 2 more on each side. If you're just holding tight, keep doing it. Breathe. I think that was 3. If not, balance yourself out. Come here. Exhale, release your hands down. Stretch your legs long. Excellent. So you can keep your feet wide. You can bring them a little narrower if you'd like. rest your feet flat on the floor. Make sure there's a gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands down to the floor if you'd like. Go down as far as it feels right to you. So if you bend and you feel a lot of pressure in your knees, bend your knees more generously. Show yourself some love. Be respectful of your boundaries. And practice in a way that is nourishing and nurturing. With your next inhale, come halfway up. Exhale. Then inhale all the way up. And exhale. Alright, so let's go over to the other side. Spinning around, bending into that right knee. We started out with a crescent lunge. So from our crescent lunge, we're going to switch on over to our warrior two. You're going to plant your right heel down, turn your hips and shoulders sideways, open your arms out wide. So take your time setting up here. As you saw on the right side, this series of postures all have the same lower body shape. So really set up your stable base. And if it needs to look a little different from the first side, that's fine. Inhale, flip your left palm up. Exhale, reach your left fingertips up. Right hand rests on the back of your leg. Peaceful warrior. Remember, space between your ears and your shoulders. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping your core engaged, not slumping, hunching, crunching. Inhale back to your warrior two. Exhale, side angle. So let's start with that supported variation. Forearm on your thigh. Stretch your right arm up and over. Then your options here again. Maybe you try lifting that forearm off your thigh. Maybe you try stretching the left arm parallel with your right. So make sure your chest is still sideways. You're not starting to rotate here. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, two. Exhale, any of those side angle variations. Totally fine if you don't do the same thing you did on the first side. You want to honor each side and what it's asking for. We'll take a few more rounds here, flowing with your own breath. Then meeting me back in your warrior two. And exhale, release your hands. Turning back forward onto your chair. Let's stretch those legs out long. Give those hips a break. Maybe swivel the feet. Swivel the knees. Whatever feels good to you here. And then coming back to your neutral seat. From your neutral seat, we're going to take a seated twist. We'll add a little bit different variation from what we've done already. So in the beginning we just twisted. We're going to add some leg options here. So from here, you can stretch your left leg long, cross your right ankle over your thigh, just like you did before. You can bring your ankle down by your shin, just make sure you don't walk out your knee, or you can cross this right leg a lot deeper. So either that left leg can stay straight or you can start to bend into your knee. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, turn to the right. So if crossing your leg in any of these variations is too much, uncross them. Go back to that original twist we did. Left hand comes to your outer thigh. Right hand is on the back of your chair for support. Sit nice and tall, shoulders are even. Remember, you're twisting first and using your arms as support, not to crank further into your twist. Take another big breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale, untwist, and untangle, uncross, shake it out. Going to the other side, you're gonna cross, or straight out your right leg, left ankle crosses, slides down, crosses over deeper, choose your own adventure. Maybe you keep that right leg long, maybe you bend your knee. Inhale to sit tall, lift your arms overhead, and exhale, turn to the left this time. Right hand to the outer thigh, left hand to the back of your chair. Take another big breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale, untwist, come back to neutral, release, shake it out. We're going to take another forward fold here. You can have your knees bent or your legs long, whatever you choose. Inhale, lift your arms up, sit tall. Exhale, lean forward. Let your upper body just drape down. If you feel your seat lifting off of your chair, maybe you scoot forward a little more so that you still have that connection. Try shaking your head no, nod your head yes. Allow your neck to relax. We'll take a few more breaths here. Allow your spine to release. And if you'd like a little bit more here, you can create more space between your feet so your chest has room to come in between your thighs. Remember, you're just draping, you're not crunching. You want this to be fairly effortless. When you're ready, slowly start to roll your spine back up. You can walk your hands up your legs for support. Eventually making your way back up to seated. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. From here, stretch your legs out long. Point your toes. Stretch your arms up long. Point your fingers. Full body stretch. And relax. Keep your legs extended, arms up. Inhale, stretch, full body. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, stretch, full body. Hold for 3. Keep breathing. 2. Stretch. And release. I'm getting ready for relaxation. A seated Shavasana. If you like to stay up in your chair, that's totally fine. If you do have the mobility to come down onto the floor, a great feeling Shavasana is resting your legs on the chair. So option to stay upright if this is what feels right for you today. Otherwise, come down to the floor and you're going to lay with your back on the floor and put your calves up onto the chair. Come down to laying. I happen to have this nice pillow right here. Close your eyes, whether you're on the floor or still seated in your chair. Allow your breath to return to normal. Take a scan of your physical body and encourage it to relax. Relax your toes, your feet, your ankles. Relax your calves, shins, knees and thighs. Relax your hips, buttocks, abdomen and chest. Relax your lower back, middle back, your upper back and your shoulders. Relax your arms, your hands and your fingers. Relax your neck, your head and your face. Notice if you're scrunching your eyebrows, clenching your jaw, pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Encourage them to let go. If there's any area of your body not totally relaxed right now, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, encourage it to relax and let go. You can do this as many times as you'd like. And take a scan of your mental body. Notice any thoughts or feelings bubbling around in your head. If you notice anything you don't need to take with you today, inhale. And as you exhale, encourage it to move on and let go. You can do this as many times as you'd like. Eventually allowing yourself to be here, still and relaxed in body and mind. I'm going to offer a brief guided meditation. It's one of my favorites. You're welcome to tune in and follow along or tune out and just enjoy your relaxation. So right where you are, don't move your body one bit. Without changing your facial expression, imagine the feeling of a smile. Notice the joy, the warmth, and the openness that this smile brings. Feel the happiness that this smile starts to radiate throughout your mind. Now, without moving your body, without changing your facial expression, draw this feeling of a smile down your neck and into your heart. Feel its warmth and its joy start to radiate through your chest, your abdomen, your back. Feel your smile start to radiate down your arms, all the way down into your fingertips. And draw this smile down your legs, all the way into your toes. Feel yourself as one great big smile, tingling with happiness, with joy, with warmth. And then take this feeling and share it with someone else today. Allow yourself to be a giver of joy, of happiness. And know that when you share this joy and happiness, you don't lose any of yourself. Start to bring your awareness back to this space. Start to bring your awareness back to your body. Bring some gentle movements to your body, wiggling your toes, fingers, maybe your ankles and your wrists. Start to make bigger movements, but try to keep your eyes closed. Maybe you stretch your legs and your arms. Turn your head from side to side. And if you're on your back, you can stay on the floor, but hug your thighs towards your belly, roll over onto your side, and come to a seat. So we're all returning to seated, whether it's on the chair or on the floor. Keeping your eyes closed. Use an inhale, stretch your arms overhead. And exhale, brings your palms together. Draw your thumbs through your third eye, past your lips, and down to your heart. With your next inhale, lift the corners of your mouth and smile. Thank yourselves for stepping on your, well, normally I would say stepping on your mat, but coming to your practice and spending a little extra time, energy, and love on you. Namaste.